Hey everybody, welcome to the weekly read. And yeah, I haven't even taken a look at what's going on this week, so I feel like it's gonna be a big week though. I feel like just kind of the signs are pointing a little bit to a couple things. Like there's lots going on in the outside world, like just like it's almost like daily reveals are gonna be coming up. So yeah, so just keep our wits about us. Don't get wrapped up in it. Observe, just know it's all playing out and everything is fine. This is how it's supposed to be. Oop, that one just came blazing out. And then I think on the energy front too, we're gonna see. Uh, I don't know. I feel like there's just good energy coming in, and so it's going to be it's going to be something. I think so. Anyway, all right. What came out was the Chariot, which is generally for the week is like full steam ahead, right? Like get in the race and get going, right? Um, this card says, I wisely use my personal power and power of choice to do my good work in the world. It's funny, this card came in at saying to do my good work in the world. Has been coming into my head often over the last couple days. So there's something there. So just make sure you're definitely this week like we've had this discovery of our new of abilities and what we're going to be doing. Um, and if you're like me, we're able to pull back a little bit and be like, okay, we see what's going on. We don't have to get all immersed in it. We can observe it and we can. I feel like Earth's in like a reconciliation phase right now, right? We have to acknowledge everything. All the lies have to come to light. um, all of that stuff has to be exposed. We're in that nitty gritty part of it right now. But we're here. Our job is to be here as the observer and to, you know, I want to say like lighten the load for others because for some people who've never heard half of this stuff that's about to come out, it's going to be mind boggling. Um, you know, let alone like completely shocking to them. So um, our job is just to use our personal power and our ego in the right way, all of that stuff, right? Like from a place of good to do good work in the world. That's do your good work this week. That's what I'm getting. All right, let's see. Let's get a oops. Read that. Oh, there. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. So we got the productivity card too. So that's productivity and the chariot. So it's like last week we kind of got that little bit of a reprieve with the moon, that new moon in Cancer, and now it's like, okay, back to work, everybody. So sorry, your long weekend is over. Um, we need to be. My favorite part about the productivity of this card is that there's so much nature and greenery and growth. So making sure again that we're really working on that nature element, um, and just like using our heart energy to make things grow in the world and for the better. Like this is really it's positively aspected that we need to be doing our good work. So and a lot of times we get distracted, right? We get taken off course by um, you know, whatever's going on. And we're not doing the good work. We're not sitting there just envisioning positive things, right? We get pulled into like the negative, and it's more doom and gloom and all of those things, and it's just really critical that we kind of avoid that this week. I think so. Make sure you're coming from a place of like good heart centered emotional state. Yeah, and we got the I am presence. So light body activations, accessing the divine within. Yeah, so it's like all systems go, basically. I think like all the switches are coming on this week, and it's like, um, which is good because I think a lot of us too have been in this kind of like limbo land where we're like, I'm not really sure what Like, what is it I'm supposed to be doing in this world and in this process? So, I would say with the chariot card, that's just like, okay, we're going to start flicking some switches on and revving up this machine this week. So you'll see some movement. You want to like go along with that movement. Um, but like, yeah, it's just kind of like we're not taking off yet, but it's like when I don't know if you've ever seen even in the movie or whatever, spaceship or just an airplane, right? Like we're flicking all these switches on, and then we can't taxi down the runway though until all systems are online, right? On board, online, ready to go. So this week is starting to feel like it's like uh, we're starting to flick all the switches on, and it's interesting too because I'm getting that like you'll know what to do. You don't know it right now, and you'd be like, you're probably sitting there going, I have no idea. Like I am. But when the timing is right and things are like in place, which is I think what's happening this week, right? Then you'll know. You'll be like, oh yeah, I do know how to fly a plane. Shoot, totally forgot that. That's the feeling I'm getting from this week. So that's kind of an interesting one. All right, let's look at the Monday through Wednesday kind of deal. And then we will look at the end and just carry on. It feels like I don't want to say a lighter week again too, but it's just I don't feel it like sometimes like when weeks are hard or going to be hard, um, like when they're going to be hard or they are hard, it's like it just it feels different. You know that's like what it's going to be, and it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Your anxiety can be up a little bit, but like I have none of that feeling this week. It's just like, okay, let's just head into this week and see what it's about. Anyway, yeah, it's funny though, hanging out with different people, and it's really starting to. It's interesting just to see. Um, like more and more people are like the things they say to me are like you're just like oh okay like people are like looking uh you know at like the happenings in the world and like and calling them for what they are. Sometimes they're just like total hoaxes. That's right. Oh shoot. Okay, well the first part I wasn't wrong about the first part of this week, but yeah, it's like we'll get to the cards, but yeah, you can't make this stuff up, right? So the first up is blue. It's our throat chakra card, the truth, right? It's all the truth. And the reason I say this, like I had the confirmation at the end, is the other card we got is exposed and revealed. So the early part of this week, yeah, more stuff just, you know, being slowly disseminated to us about the truth of everything. So communication and inner truth. And that's a good thing too, is like, I feel like part of the skill that we have always been trying to learn is discernment. So I think that's going to be really put to the test this week because it's like, it's discernment isn't just like, that's for me or not for me, but it's like when something else is being presented to you out in the world. I feel like it's actually like a piece of us, like it's that intuition piece where it's like where you just know it's true, or you can instantly look at something and go, "That's fake, that's real," and I think that this is saying like those skills are sorry, really gonna cut this is like smoking me out. Those skills are really gonna come online this week, right? So just be watching for that. And again, as things are exposed and revealed, just remember, keep in your mind, don't freak out. This is part of the plan. Uh, you know, this isn't being done to us, it's being done for us. And so, like, don't and the reason I'm saying this now is like, because it leads to something good. Because the other card we got is the Golden Palace for this week, for the beginning part of this week. So this all heads to gold. It's all turning into gold. It's alchemy at its finest right now. You're just watching the process happen. Um, and again, it's like any transformation, like the best transformation we can always talk about is the caterpillar to the butterfly. It isn't pretty, it's messy, it's painful, it's all of those things. But the end result is the butterfly. In this case, the golden palace. We are like, um, yeah, we're heading to the golden age. Like it really is happening, you guys. I also see that this moon is kind of crescent and we've just come off that new moon. So it's like this would probably be what the moon kind of looks like. I haven't seen it. Um, so this is happening like right now, they're saying. It's happening now. Okay, and then this is funny because I was like, I did these in a different order. So the other part of this that they want to really reiterate: wandering path, enjoy the journey. So don't get bogged down by all this. Be happy for like good things are coming, right? I know we can't see them yet, but we also have that's part of our manifestation job is we have to be in our like doing our work of keeping things on a positive high vibration. We can't be letting this stuff like take us down. And then we also got navigating the stars. Follow your bliss. It's funny because I'm pretty sure if you've ever watched the movie The Secret, and I know there's back and forth opinions on this, but it is a pretty good movie about introducing what manifestation is. It tries to tell you how to do it, but it falls short. So there's lots of new information on manifestation. You can like TikTok that, Google it, whatever. um like where we like where we carry the process on, right? That we're it's about feeling, it's about what we're feeling as opposed to or how do we want to feel in the end, not what material shit do we want, right? It's never been about that. I mean, right now while we're living in this little material world, it's nice to like manifest some of that stuff for yourself, but like I think for like new earth kind of thinking, we want to be thinking about like that we're just like in a state of bliss. Like bliss is also associated with the crown chakra. So we want to be at our optimal connection to the universe, right? In a state of bliss. Can you imagine being in a state of bliss? I think it would be, like that's even as easy as what we need to manifest is just saying, I do want to know what it's like to be in a state of bliss. That and just like thinking about that as it is already happening, right? That's how we manifest. So this week is like, again, I have to say, keep up with your work. Everything's going according to plan. Things are definitely going to be revealed at the beginning part of this week. But it all leads to the good. So, you know, no matter how crazy or strange it gets, just keep your wits about you, right? All right, let's look at the last half of the week here. See if it's a repeat of the beginning or if we have a bit of a shift in there. I feel like there's probably like a million astrological things going on or things I should pay attention to. I just don't. Just don't. I just didn't look at it. Okay. Ooh, that's an easy one. I just asked and that's funny. Very good. Keep getting two of those. Ooh, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, end of the week is I'm gonna say it's like a little bit more of like doing a little bit of self work again. Except I'm gonna caveat with this always makes me think of that there's a spaceship behind her. So who knows? Maybe Maybe we're gonna get some kind of disclosure on that, right? Into me I see, though. I feel like this is the card saying part of what could be revealed this week. Let us know, like, who we truly are, like what we can really do, like who is the who is this? Who am I? The I am presence, right? You are like the divine Christ consciousness. We all are. We're all part of that. Like we're not separate. We're not, going this alone. We're all part of this collective pushing towards oneness. And it's just like I feel like this is just like the grand reveal, right? Of who we truly are, who you are, who we all are. End of the week could be interesting. I'm going to read it this way because, yeah. So we got the storm fields card, and that tornado is just about to pick up that barn or house or whatever it is. So here's the thing. um, the storm is upon us. That's all I'm going to say. So it's here. It's happening. Um, we what we always have to do in a storm is keep our wits about us. We're prepared for this storm. We don't need to worry. It's, again, this is meant to happen. It's really interesting too because I was just watching like some videos on this storm, um, that the hurricane that's currently just started, Beryl, Beryl. A beryl stone is actually like a beautiful, beautiful crystal. And actually, well, the church wears the that breastplate, and it has all the different gemstones on it, and beryl is one of them. And um, it does have a biblical reference as well. I was watching in this video, so it's really just interesting. Because an interesting thing about this hurricane is it was like it hit Mexico, but then it's like now coming back up or around and hitting Texas. But the place it's hitting is Corpus Christi, Texas, which means the body of Christ. So I'm just gonna leave that one out there. That was this guy's hypothesis, and there was a piece in the Bible that mentions the beryl stone, and how it's associated with the number 8, which is new beginnings. So our new beginning is the storm is coming, and the storm comes and wipes everything out so that we can start again. We're just going to leave it there. I know that's super cryptic. If you want to go do your own research, or some of you may already know what I'm talking about, right? So, oh, this is so good. Okay, so what are we supposed to do this week at the end of the week? Um, we can't be like beat this dead horse. That's a terrible saying. I hate that. Um, yeah, I'll take that back. Cancel, clear, delete to that one. Anyway, miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Manifestation. This is what we're supposed to be doing, and figuring out that we can do this. Like it's almost like it's a fun game. See what you can bring in. See what emotions you can bring in. See what you can create in nature. What can you cause to grow? Just try it. Maybe, and like right now, like I need groceries, right? And like I probably won't have money to get them till midweek, but I'm just gonna like work on, like, I would like to be really well fed this week. Like just something simple like that. Like it's important that we're taking care of ourselves too, right? So just play around with it. That's the fun thing. And that goes back to those cards for the early part of the week, is make sure you're enjoying this journey. This is supposed to be fun. I know it's not all the time. And sometimes it's really hard, especially when you're doing shadow work and all of that. It's just messy and ugly. But you know what? I feel like we're being invited to have fun with this week and see what we can discover. It's interesting though, because we also got the solitude card came up. In silence, peace prevails. So it's one of those things, and like, it's funny because what's coming to me is it's like, do all this discovery work, but I don't want to say keep it to yourself, but do keep it to yourself. People are going to be going through a lot of stuff right now, energetically and emotionally. So they don't need us telling them how to do it. They have to discover that for themselves. So, or if they come to you, fine. If they're like, hey, I see that you're this magical being, like, could you help me get there? Like, what do I need to do? That's okay. That's when we start helping people. But just like don't just be going out and spewing in people's faces what you discover. Just be at peace or bring peace in by being in solitude, by being quiet. Um and also that's a solitude thing too is like make sure you're doing the work on your own and in peace and those are the kind of things we want to be manifesting. So really working towards that. I'm getting a large head around like um, prayer. It's really important about and the miracle thing. It's like it's really important about prayer this week. So ask for what you need and see what you get. Like the world is our oyster right now. It's ours to discover. It's ours to rewrite. It's like start playing with this energy. The chariot card is like, hey, go ahead. It's all in place. We're just, all systems aren't quite go yet. We haven't got the launch uh, okay yet, but it's coming. That's what I feel. And the reason I say that is because this one came up first for the end of the week, the full moon. Completion, culmination. This is everything we've been waiting for, and we're almost there. We're almost at the end. Isn't that weird? The end of this so that we can start the new. But by the full moon, I think that was the 26th or something like that. I could have that date wrong. It's got to be pretty close because the new moon was there. By the full moon, a lot of this shifting and changing will have been is culminating into our golden palace. It's completing itself. So this is a good week. It's good energy. Yeah, just honestly too with that solitude card, it's like take it easy again, dude. Don't be so harsh on yourself and trying to do too much. Like we just need to take that breather. Like we really, really do right now. Um, and this Into Me I See is also about meditation and being quiet and going within and observing. That's our big job right now, you guys. Manifesting and observing, like watching and paying witness. But we're basically paying witness to the old world dying. We do not have to engage or be a part of it. Um, I know that sounds totally nuts, but like it's also though the funny thing is it's summer here, and so there's nothing on TV anyway. So it's kind of like I think this is the best show that's on TV right now. Is the actual real world? It's so hilarious. Like it's so hilarious. Anyway, sorry, I'm gonna get up. That's totally off tangent. Okay, let's wrap up this week and see uh, by the end of the week. But yeah, definitely by the full moon. And it's interesting in that card too, the full moon, the completion. There's the butterfly. So like they're just saying like it's like yeah, we got to go through this quick little storm and wrap this is wrapping up. Like we've completed this task. We've we've completed the end, but now we have to do the beginning. So, but again, it's like the launch code thing is like we haven't been given all systems go yet, right? So the other stuff has to be the maintenance checks still have to be done. Okay, and we got the moon again for the end of the week. So I'll also then a lot of this too, a lot more discoveries of abilities, right? The moon is always really associated with our psychic abilities and that sort of thing. So really pay attention, be using your intuition. It's funny, it's a Cancer card, right? So the moon is ruled by the sign of or Cancer is ruled by the moon. I just totally said that funny, but there's the little crab in there, right? So we're in Cancer season again. It just and then that full big moon. We are I mean, we'll be into Leo by the time of the next moon, I think. So no, that's not true. Remember? Because uh right? Yeah, because they're both in Capricorn and they're but it's still in Cancer season. Yeah. Anyway, that's that's not relevant to this. It is, but it isn't. Anyway, we're getting really strong things around the moon. So part of the thing for this week then too is like start to prepare yourself for this next moon. Again, the new moon asked us to do a lot of like um, it was a lot of inner work, and I think actually as we head into this full moon, it's a lot more outer work and working together. So that's starting to culminate. So just kind of be paying attention to those things, but really the key thing that's kind of like is the intuition, right? Be listening to your intuition. Be using your discernment as all again as things are revealed and just really like feeling into it and like get that like red flag or yellow flag or whatever it is. Like get that sense of what is going on, right? So much fun. Okay, let's see what these guys have for the end of the week. And then, do we need to do any other cards? Being pointed towards the Christ consciousness. I'll take a look at that. Yeah, isn't that funny? This is what I just talked about. First of all, it's ready but waiting. So all systems are go, like the plane is all online. Um, we're just waiting for that, like the tower to say, okay, guess what? Like you're good to go. And then you have that remembering of like, oh yeah, I can fly a plane. So my favorite part about this card always is that she's holding the peace stuff, right? So she hasn't launched it yet, but she's ready to because we all systems are go. I totally think I'm going to call this video All Systems Go because it just sounds cool and fun. All right, but just remember, I don't think we'll see a lot of action in terms of like 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 hey, you got to fly the plane this week. I think it sounds like it's going to be closer to this full moon, but just know that everything's online. Everything's ready to go. Everything's as it should be. We all know what we're doing, even though you're sitting there probably going, I have no idea what I'm doing. Sorry, I gotta grab these off the floor. Um, okay, so wrapping it up for the week here. Yeah, okay. We got sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, and sensuality. I think that just to me reverts back to this that solitude card. Oh, it's on the floor. That doesn't help, does it? Um, we just need to be, yeah. It's just it's prayer. It's just like the word prayer is just like just be. It's not even about praying. It's about meditating and being in silence and listening. The big part about throat chakra that everybody forgets is that it's also connected to our ears. So it's not just about the words we say and speaking our truth and all of that. It's also about like active listening too. So I think the really kind of like be sure you're actually listening, that you're not like manifesting too much or doing too much work or trying to get through this and like and you're just talking to the universe and you're not like pausing to take a moment of silence to be in solitude so you can hear what is being told to you, instructed to you, gifted to you in terms of intuition and all of that, right? Yeah. Just spend a bit more time on that this week, I think. Just listening. Yeah. Ask. We've done a lot of asking. It's now time for us to listen, I think. So we also got the Venusian Galactic Council, Star Being Guides, answer the call. Star Being, hi guides, I need your help. Help me. We just left a message on the voicemail, and now the phone's ringing, and it's our guides, and we have to answer the phone call. Time to shine. All systems go. All systems go. Answer the call this week. Your guides are calling you back, but make sure you're listening. Because if you're just like blathering on, you're not going to hear it. And that's the thing. When we talk about hearing as well, like a lot of people say to me, well, I don't hear things like I don't from my guides and things like that. But yeah, but they don't speak in English or any language of ours on this planet. They speak in energy. So how it works as it comes through the body, or how it works for me, because I would consider myself what they call claircognizant, meaning I'm just some like the thought is in my head. It's not something I'm coming up with. But I hear that thought, and it's like when I do this, this is just a stream of consciousness. I don't edit this. I never. It's so rare that I stop the video. I don't think I've done that forever. Um, so it's about it's fine tuning those skills. You have them just as I have them, but you have to listen. Um, you have to be actively listening for this stuff. And the thing is pay attention to other things, because if you don't feel like you're tuning in psychically, um, they get you. They'll get through to you in other ways. So signs, symbols, numbers, songs. Songs are so big, or just like articles popping up, right? Like this one with the hurricane thing. I don't know. I kept saying, I actually I had them answer my own question by that video popping up. What it was I said, like, the name Beryl really kind of struck with me, and I was like, what does that mean? I've heard that before. And then lo and behold, this video pops up and explains also what it does mean, but also that it's this amazing kind of gemstone, and that I should go look up the properties of that. That just reminds me. Anyway, I'll do that. So maybe you want to do that too. Go look up the properties of. I would tell them to you right now, but I have no idea where my crystal Bible is. It's like somewhere in here. Anyway, but my point being is that I asked like what that meant, and the video popped up explaining it, and also then leading me down another like kind of pathway, because it was like what this guy was saying, and it's like, oh my God, it's correct. It's connected to the Christ consciousness coming in. How cool is that, right? So this is how it works. Like it's not like in your face kind of thing. All right, let's look at the Christ consciousness. I always like this is like the thing we're supposed to be doing. Okay, yeah. So, first up is the garden, which is receive and heal. So, again, it's this meditation, it's this peace, all of these cards are. So, it's just really making sure that we are in a space of allowing, but just observing and listening and being at peace and allowing these gifts to come in, right? The healing part, I mean, some of us might still be on healing journeys, but I think this is like a lot of what's about to be revealed is it's hard and it's a little bit hurtful. Um, we're all going to have to heal over that. So allow that energy to come in this week and really uh, be doing that for us, right? Um, we also got the Wisdom Bringer Earth School. So this, but just also that, like, look at the peaceful, innocent, natural baby. It's like it's just asking us to be in that state of bliss, right? Of contentment. Um, and just reminding us it's Earth School, and we signed up to come here and take this classes. We did, and we have a job to do. So, yeah. And the last one we got is Mother Mary, mothering and nurturing. So we're still requiring that this week. So we're still in Cancer season. We're still requiring to like be mindful, be quiet, tend to our needs and our energy. Yeah, exciting week. It's and again, like I said, I'm not getting that feeling. Like sometimes with a week, it's like, oh my, the intensity of the energy is just like this is going to be hard. It's not going to be really easy to get through this week. But I'm definitely not feeling about this week, and I think it's a really good. Sorry, that was like a earthquake there. Okay, we just want one of these Spirit of Aloha cards, and then that's where we're going to leave it. Um, yeah, all systems go, but it's the definitely ready and waiting part. Like, just, just keep doing what you're doing. We're already ready. Um, we're just waiting for the launch the launch go ahead or whatever. Okay, I love this. Just look at the connection. It is partnership with the divine, a date with spiritual renewal. This week is going to be awesome. That's all I have to say about that. All right, we are going to leave it there. Um, I have no idea if there's any events. I just did the seven portal, so probably the next one is whatever the moon is. I'm like, anyway, we'll see you then. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy this journey though. Like even if you're in those moments of solitude, like I just spent like 2 hours, I it's my day off and I have I have paperwork to do, I have laundry to do, I have chores that need to be done around the house. But I just was like, I just need to do nothing today. And I just spent 2 hours in my quiet room. It's just too hot to be sitting outside for long periods of time. And yeah, I just read things and listened to music and just took it easy. And I really enjoyed. And I had the dog on the bed. I was giving him belly rubs, fun stuff. I just enjoyed every moment of it. And and part of me was like that stuff started creeping in where I started to feel guilty about it. And I was like, no, do not do that to yourself. Be really cautious this week about doing that kind of stuff to yourself. Don't berate yourself. If you need a rest and you need a break, you have to take it. Um, yeah, it's the only way we weather the storm, right? It's funny because like if we were this close to the tornado, right? Like what do? We go to low, like we get down low, or we like hunker in and hide. So I'm not saying that we have to do that this week, but it's kind of like just wrap yourself in your nice little cocoon and just like wait for the storm to pass. That's all we're doing. But all systems are go, right? So like I said, everything's kind of being switched on this week. We can see a lot of things, but the bottom line is we're not quite ready to go yet, but it's coming. All right. I love you guys. Take care of yourself above and beyond everything. um, and we'll see you. We'll see you next week or whenever. In case I have to throw a video up, I might have to. Okay. Take care.